When a franchise moves on from a legend, the fallout can be seismic. But for the Seattle Seahawks, trading Russell Wilson wasn't just about turning a page. It was about rewriting the entire book. More than 3 years since that blockbuster trade, Seattle is still reaping the rewards of what many now consider one of the most impactful deals in recent NFL history. Today, we're diving deep into how the Seahawks turned the tide by trading away their franchise quarterback, and how that bold move has shaped the team's future, on and off the field. If you love NFL stories with drama, strategy, and long-term vision, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest NFL breakdowns. March 8th, 2022, a date Seahawks fans will never forget. That's the day John Schneider, the team's general manager, with full support from Coach Pete Carroll, pulled off a trade that sent Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. In return, Seattle received a haul, 3 players and 5 draft picks. At the time, the move shocked the NFL world and Seattle sports fans alike. Wilson wasn't just any player. He was the face of the franchise, one of the most iconic figures in Seahawks history, and arguably their greatest quarterback ever. But behind the scenes, cracks in the Wilson-Seahawks relationship had been growing for years. And as difficult as it was to let go of a legend, the Seahawks were ready to embrace a new chapter. Fast forward over 3 years later, and it's clear that the Seahawks made the right call. Russell Wilson's career took a downward turn after the trade. In Denver, Wilson went just 11-19 over 30 starts, struggling to find his old rhythm despite signing a contract extension meant to keep him in Colorado through 2028. By 2024, he was playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, showing flashes of brilliance and leading them to a playoff appearance. But his age and physical decline were undeniable, and a tough playoff blowout loss exposed some of his limitations. Now 36 and a free agent again, Wilson signed a 1-year deal with the struggling New York Giants for $10.5 million. Even with Wilson named the opening day starter, his position isn't guaranteed, especially with the Giants bringing in veteran Jameis Winston and drafting Jackson Dart in the first round. For Wilson, this might be the final shot at proving he's still an NFL starter. Meanwhile, back in Seattle, the Seahawks are thriving off that trade. 7 players connected to the Wilson deal remain on the roster, shaping the Seahawks' identity and future. Let's break down who they are and what they bring to the table. First up, the veteran players. Defensive lineman Shelby Harris, one of the original pieces acquired, started 15 games for Seattle in 2022 before being released for salary cap reasons. He's since become a key starter for the Cleveland Browns, showing that the Seahawks had an eye for value in this deal. Quarterback Drew Lock backed up Geno Smith for 2 seasons before spending a year with the Giants. He re-signed with the Seahawks this April and is expected to back up Sam Darnold this season. Lock's presence provides depth and experience at a critical position, something Seattle values as they develop their offense. Tight end Noah Fant was Seattle's primary tight end for 3 seasons before being released in a salary-saving move ahead of the 2025 campaign. He recently signed a 1-year deal with the Cincinnati Bengals, demonstrating that the Seahawks were willing to make tough decisions while maximizing cap space. Now, on to the draft picks, the real cornerstone of the Wilson trade payoff. Left tackle Charles Cross, selected 9th overall in 2022, has been a near Iron Man on the offensive line. just 24 years old. Cross has started all but 3 games over 3 seasons and is locked in as a foundational piece for Seattle's offensive front. The Seahawks have already exercised a $17.56 million option on his contract for 2026, signaling their confidence in his future. Rushed Boy Mafe, a second-round pick in 2022, has emerged as a formidable pass rusher. With 18 sacks in 3 seasons and 30 starts, Mafe is a vital part of Seattle's defensive front and a key player to watch as he enters the final year of his rookie deal. Cornerback Devon Witherspoon, drafted 5th overall in 2023, has been a standout since day one. His immediate impact earned him recognition as one of the top 50 players in Seahawks franchise history, a rare honor for such a young player. Witherspoon is already a cornerstone of Seattle's defense and a player they're building around. Another defensive gem, rush end Derek Hall, was taken 37th overall in 2023. Hall had a breakout season in 2024 with 8 sacks and is expected to continue playing a crucial role in Seattle's pass rush alongside Mafe. Lastly, linebacker Tyreek Smith was selected with a 5th-round pick acquired in the Wilson trade, and despite being released and briefly leaving, has returned to compete for a roster spot. Though he's played sparingly, Smith's journey underscores the Seahawks' deep roster flexibility born from this trade. So, what's the takeaway? The Russell Wilson trade was seismic for the Seahawks franchise. Sending away a legend is never easy, but John Schneider and Pete Carroll took a risk that is paying dividends today and will likely continue to do so for years. Seattle turned one player into a pipeline of young talent, draft capital, and key veterans, all helping reshape the roster's foundation. Meanwhile, Wilson's journey post-trade shows just how unpredictable NFL careers can be, even for the most iconic players. What do you think? Did the Seahawks win the trade outright, or is there more to the story? Where do you see Russell Wilson's career going from here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the NFL's biggest trades, smash that like button, share this video with your fellow football fans, and don't forget to subscribe for more NFL content just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time for another NFL breakdown.